Hey guys, Butch Hartman here on Speech Bubble. I got Jace and Marco Diaz from Star versus the forces of, what is it?
Evil.
Oh, yes, evil. That's Adam MacArthur right there. Roll with the music. So you've done no stunt work, but you want to do stunt work, or
I don't necessarily want to do stunt
It's
work.
a hard life, man.
It's like anything. You sort of have to dedicate yourself to that one avenue. And
Yeah.
I still enjoy training. I train regularly still and
Very
all
cool.
that stuff. But
Yeah, so
as
if
far as-
you do. So you're like, it's really kind of second nature. After 25 years, you said it's
of
got to
it
be
is.
second nature. To
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Well, that leads into the first fan question.
Look at this.
Wow.
Look at this
Look at
segue.
that. We needed that transition.
Yeah.
Boom.
From Fike66.
By the way, you having a good time?
I'm having
Are
a
you-
great
Are you
time.
enjoying this?
I'm having a great time.
Is anybody out there listening, do you think? I hope people are listening.
we normally have at least 2 people who listen, which
Yeah.
is great.
Tweet
Because
us.
Adam McKenzie is here. I mean,
Yeah.
McKay, MacArthur is here.
Yes, that's right.
Alan Mackerel.
Alan Mackerel's here. Here he is.
Yeah.
From the Bob Hope Show, 1961.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Fike66, is Marco based on your personality, or is it just a coincidence that you and Marco both do a fighting sport?
Ooh, great question. I think initially it was probably coincidence because they were working on the show long before I was cast.
Right.
But the cool thing about being on a show for this many seasons, and I'm sure you can attest to this, is as your actors sort of get familiar with the character, there is definitely this sort of like overlap. I'm obsessed with boba, with bubble tea.
Oh, and it's
in real life, and now it's like all over the show.
Yeah.
Like you'll see Marco sitting on the edge of the bed, and he'll be holding a bubble tea. They just came out with a book, Star vs. the Force of Evil: Magic Book of Spells. They created this sort of like they're calling it kind of like a season 3.5,
Right. Cool.
Because it's got a lot of lore from the show and all that stuff.
Very
but in
cool.
there's a whole set like little mention of boba and stuff like that. So
cool.
so
That's
initially,
great.
I think
Do you get any royalties from that at all?
There you go.
no, but.
But
If I asked Darren, she would totally take me out and buy me a boba.
There
That
you
is
go.
all I
That's all
need.
you
That
that's
is
need.
kind
all
of
I
worth it.
need.
Yeah.
Right there.
Totally
right
worth
there.
it.
I've never bought Jace a boba, I don't think. Would you ever drink a boba?
It sounds interesting.
Have you never had one?
I have not. Isn't it just like
What
the little
the
balls in
hecky
it?
fresh?
It's creepy to
Yes,
me, honestly.
Jace only drinks water. I'm not
That's
even
right.
joking. I'm
Have
not
you-
even kidding around.
I'm okay. The only other thing besides water that I drink is boba.
Okay.
Seriously?
Have you had one?
I never have had one. I've seen the word out there. I've seen, and I would.
You're like,
Do you know what I'm about
boy.
to do right now?
What are you about to do?
I'm about to pick up this camera and we're turning this into a vlog.
vlog.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna
get in a
we're gonna go
car
get
and
some
we're gonna go get a boba.
Exactly.
Boba pool karaoke.
We have to make that happen.
Okay,
it
let's
is
do it.
one of my.
And no one's
favorite-
done a Boba Fett joke at all. I'm not even.
come on.
I'm not even
Yeah,
going.
get back to
there.
Star Wars.
Not even going there.
Yeah,
Could have gone Star Wars.
Introducing other people to bubble tea is one of my favorite.
Really?
pastimes.
Why is it called? It's bubble tea.
Yeah, so it can be a various.
I know so little on this podcast. I don't know anything on this. I know some stuff. I'm so in the dark
Well,
on
it's
this
like
podcast.
speech bubble. Bubble tea, speech bubble.
I understand that. I'm going to
Speech
push
bubble
the sound
tea.
like that.
It's a new
We
segment.
have to do
Wham!
it. We have to do it.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so tell me about the tea.
Okay, so the liquid of the tea can be various things. You can have a milkshake, you can have a slushy, you can have like green tea with honey in it, you can have black tea, whatever. The bubbles are little tapioca pearls, they call them. They're about this big. They're a bunch of them at the bottom of the drink, and then you drink out of a straw that's really thick. So as you're drinking the tea, you're getting these almost like chewy, kind of like softer gummy bears in your drink.
it,
So it's
got
like a
it.
really fun drink experience.
Oh, I
Okay.
see.
Yeah.
You guys,
We gotta do it.
there are kids listening. We don't want to influence them in any negative way. Okay.
Yeah.
This
No,
sounds
this
a
is
li-
This
for
is-
the best.
This
For
is
the
highly
better.
positive. Just get it with less sugar.
Yes, there you go.
Green tea is full of antioxidants.
Mom, Dad, it's all fine.
Yeah.
It's all fine.
It's all refined sugar.
I never heard it called bubble tea before. I know I've heard of boba. Never
Yeah.
heard of, and now I'm thinking of also the little ice cream, the little freeze-dried ice cream balls. What are those?
Oh, the yeah.
Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, different.
That's what I was
had
thinking.
them all.
Yeah.
So is it,
TM.
are they related to Dippin' Dots at all?
No.
Not at all.
No. Yeah,
Okay.
completely unrelated.
Completely different,
Yeah.
different round little things.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, other than the shape, no relation.
Oh,
Yeah.
And with you being
I'm learning
similar
so
to-
much from Adam McMurray.
Oh, there you go. You're closer,
I'm
getting
getting
closer,
closer each time.
It's
Good job.
McDougal.
It's McDougal.
Excuse me.
Little McDougie.
With you being similar to Marco, one of my favorite things that you guys have done outside the show is the Marco Live chats that you've done,
Oh,
which
those
are
are so
great. I want to
fun.
know, how do you guys do that? Well, you got to explain it for the audience and Butch.
And Butch,
too.
yeah.
And me
who-
for
who
sure,
has-
yeah,
Who has
absolutely.
no idea what we're
Yes.
talking
No, we
about
kind of
right now.
I think it's funny because when I was at Nickelodeon, at the time I was there, very little original things were getting done, and they would be like, "We should do these live things." We're gonna They were doing it with Loud House, and we were gonna do it with Bunsen as a Beast. But I think they got it from Disney. I think Disney's doing it. We should do it. That's what I think.
Okay, so it's this really cool thing where Adobe created a character animator software specifically for Disney to use for these live.
Oh, it
chats.
started with Disney.
It started with Disney.
Oh,
it had
that's
never,
what I
it had
thought,
never
yeah.
been
I've heard
done.
of the program. But
We
I didn't
did the
know. Wow.
first animated live chat on YouTube. So YouTube had us on their homepage when we did it, and all this cool stuff. So essentially, I'm sitting in front of a laptop. The webcam has scanned my face. The marketing department worked with the animators to put in all these pre-programmed animated actions. So I could do things like, like this, and if we're only listening to it, like hold your hand up,
Put
like
your
a
hand up,
karate
yeah.
chop, or
Yes, yep.
or like my eyebrows would go up and down.
Right.
I could cue characters entering in the background and stuff like that. But for my mouth movements and for my head movements, it was all facial capture.
Oh,
That's cool.
I didn't have any mocap suit on. It was literally the webcam.
Wow.
And so we did these live chats. I had someone to my left helping me control Marco's arms.
So,
Almost like
somebody
puppeteering.
would call in or somebody would write in and you would just answer as the character, and then the character would be animated instantaneously right then.
Yeah, so we did them on YouTube. So people would ask questions in the comments.
Amazing, man.
We would go through and sort of do like a recap of the season or whatever we were doing.
Very cool.
Yeah, those were
really
a lot
fun.
of
You do
fun.
that.